Wouldn't it be great to know the secret of a healthy life?
My back aches, my knee aches.
You handicap yourself with kind of stress and anxiety and worry all the time.
I've tried 4 different types of treatments and in my opinion, none of them worked.
There is an alternative medical science that claims to heal us of every illness. It's called Ayurveda, it's thousands of years old, and it's practiced by some Hindus in the UK.
There's a beautiful mantra in Ayurveda which says the body, mind and spirit is the tripod of life, so nurture each one of them.
Does Ayurveda work today? And can Hinduism heal? My name's Jessica Fraser. I'm an American, but I've lived in the UK most of my life. I lecture in Hindu studies at Oxford. Now, I'm not Hindu, but all my life I've been in love with Indian culture and fascinated by what we can learn from it. Take medicine, for example. Now, while the NHS is struggling to cope with demand, there's a growing number of doctors out there who are trained in the Indian medical science of Ayurveda, literally the science of life. And they say it's their turn to help.
Ayurveda is not just about treating a medical condition like we do in modern medicine.
Dr. Milind Jani is a fully qualified Ayurvedic doctor. He's also a GP and a fellow of the Royal College of Surgeons. His wife Asmita runs her own private health clinic. They're based in the cosmopolitan city of Brighton, home to every alternative treatment under the sun. Milind will be offering Ayurvedic treatment to our patients, but he'll be hoping that his Hindu beliefs will help them too. As a British resident who relies on conventional medicine, I'm intrigued to find out whether Ayurveda can make us better. As an expert on Hinduism, I want to know whether Ayurveda has a religious side. When I met Milind, he was certainly convinced that the two go hand in hand.
Hindu belief gives me an understanding of what is a true holistic approach to life because I follow it. It gives you, in a way, a sense of unity with other human beings. That increases your compassion for other human beings. And it provides me with more tools to advise the patient on how to manage themselves in a holistic way.
Milind claims that Ayurveda contains all that we need to treat every aspect of our health, the body and the mind and the spirit. But can these principles from ancient India really work in modern Britain?
Hello, Doctor.
Hello, Lee.
Oh, yeah, nice to meet you.
In a 5-week experiment, these 3 patients will put Ayurveda to a practical test.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Welcome to the practice.
And I'll be trying to spot the spiritual side, the hidden Hinduism. Week 1, and the first and stark contrast with a typical GP consultation.
So that's pretty stiff, isn't it? And very limited.
Instead of 10 minutes, our 3 patients receive a detailed 1-hour medical examination.
What about
That hurts.
now? How does that feel?
First in the firing line is Lee, a cricket coach.
My back aches, my knee aches. I really struggle to get out of bed on a Saturday and a Sunday morning.
So how much do you drink?
Maybe 10 pints.
My namesake, Jessica, is a hard-working vet, originally from Canada. She suffers from depression.
In itself, the job is hugely demanding, but when you handicap yourself with kind of stress and anxiety and worry all the time, your brain starts to just shut down.
Do you tend to get rashes and very itchy and sensitive skin?
Very much so.
Okay, very sensitive skin.
Website manager Neela is from a Hindu background, but a self-confessing skeptic. She works hard and plays hard, but she's restricted by the painful condition of rheumatoid arthritis.
I didn't like the idea of having to take drugs for the rest of my life. I've tried 4 different types of treatments and in my opinion, none of them worked.
How much alcohol do you drink?
A fair amount.
In the second and even more radical departure from anything I've seen in Western medicine, Milind diagnoses the body type of each patient using categories from Ayurveda. They combine bodily traits with character traits, and they're categories we also find in Hindu tradition, related to air, fire, and water. Ayurveda calls them Vata, Pitta, and Kapha.
So you're medium weight and medium height. That again is a Pitta trait. It's a fiery trait.
Oh, really?
Okay. Are you very talkative? when
I'm
you're-
very talkative.
Right. Okay, so this is going to be talkative, and that's the Vata.
Ayurveda says that if the patient has an imbalance between these elements, they must change their lifestyle in order to correct it.
The Vata is the nervous energy. When the Pitta is high, it will carry the Vata, won't it? It will aggravate the Vata.
That focus on the kind of air, fire, and water is important to a Hindu like Milind. But his approach uncovers another possible link between Ayurveda and Hinduism. Most Hindus believe in the eternal cycle of reincarnation. In every rebirth, self-improvement can take the soul closer to the divine. And Milind believes the techniques to improve the patient's body will also improve the mind and the spirit.
When you feel very tired, if you drink hot water, fresh lemon squeeze, rock salt, dash of black pepper and honey, you revive yourself, both in the brain, the mind, the energy system, as well as the muscles.
Okay.
All right, 3 or 4. Okay.
But while Milind embraces Hindu practice, he doesn't reject Western methods completely. So Jess, for example, must continue to take antidepressants, but she'll now have to add unfamiliar breathing techniques
Then, that's it.
based on Hindu meditation.
Breathe out like a sigh. God gave us a sigh to release our tension.
And then a combination of herbal tea and head massage.
And then you put your thumbs or fingers and just keep it pressed here.
Yeah, I've had a headache all day and it just vanished.
Done, isn't it?
Like 15 seconds.
And you apply the oil all over the knee joint like
Yep.
this.
For Lee, it's a regime of self-massage,
Knee joint. At the back in the hamstrings as well. Asmita, can you stretch the leg a bit?
gooseberry jam,
The tonic that you need for tiredness is Chavanprash. It's made from Indian gooseberry pulp.
and 10 pints of water.
That means a glass of water every half an hour while you are actually exercising.
And for Neela, it seems like a bewildering list of changes to her diet and her worst fear to give up drinking and smoking.
And I know it's going to be a bit hard, but Ayurveda says that unless you can follow that discipline,
Yeah.
you may not see the benefits of it.
Yeah.
So you are going to benefit as much as your own effort into it.
Okay.
At the end of stage 1, it's time to find out whether our guinea pigs are loving it or hating it.
I've been feeling sort of broken, like I'm lying in pieces and I've lost my identity. And I feel like he sort of put me back together again.
I found that very informative. I've actually learned quite a bit about myself. If something like this is gonna make me feel a little bit better and not as sore or as stiff, I mean that can only be a good thing long term, really.
Neela, however, isn't so sure.
These are the things that I'm supposed to avoid. Pepper, ginger, onion, vinegar, spicy food, chilli, all the things that I like. There's one, having my health back, or back to back to being healthy without a condition, but then there's 2, like not really having a life and not really enjoying it.
Week 2, and there couldn't be a bigger contrast with modern medicine. Normally the patients would pop to the chemist. Instead, Lee, Jess and Neela will have a free 1-hour taster session of luxurious Ayurvedic treatment. Unlike some conventional treatments, Ayurveda doesn't just use one kind of massage oil. Asmita and her assistant Jonathan will use oil claimed to be suited to each patient's particular condition. Lee is the first to arrive.
Hello, doctor. How are you?
Nice
Lovely
to see you.
You all right?
Lovely to see you.
Excellent.
Yes, please do come in.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
Asmita gets straight to work on Lee with an Ayurvedic body massage. This is radically different to a Western massage which might only target the muscles. Asmita claims the mix of herbs together with rice boiled in milk will have a deep cleansing effect in his whole body. But Lee's not converted yet.
being a sportsman, I would prefer more sort of deep tissue massage, if I have to be, very honest.
But following his full body steam treatment, Lee might be won over.
How are you, Lee?
Wow.
Very, very, very relaxing. I could literally feel like a river was flowing off my body, and not just on my arms or on my back, it was everywhere. It was just the most relaxing sensation I've ever felt.
Yes, take a seat.
While the treatment had a good effect on Lee, Neela went into hers feeling highly skeptical and scarred by a previous experience. The prospects don't look good.
Can you please be quite gentle on my joints? Because I've had a massage before and it was really, really painful.
In Ayurveda, your constitution is Vata. So Vata people tend to be very delicate anyway. So we are going to be gentle with you, and I'm aware of that. So don't worry about that.
Asmita claims her oils will ease the inflammation of Neela's rheumatoid arthritis. She's hoping that this and a gentle steam treatment will persuade Neela that Ayurveda can help her. It looked like Neela was enjoying the massage, but has it dented any of her doubts?
Before I went in, I had my reservations, but the hot oil was really, really nice. The steam was really nice. I came out feeling quite relaxed, actually, which is about the only expectation I had. But that's good, that's still good.
It's not exactly what Asmita was hoping, but she's determined to make the best of the situation.
I was very happy with that. I managed to make her feel comfortable and offer her treatment which can reduce the inflammation in the joints. I'm very positive we'll be able to at least prevent her symptom getting worse.
The only spiritual connection with these treatments that I've seen so far is in Asmita's calm and positive approach.
Hello, you must be Jessica. Hello. Oh, lovely to meet you, Jessica.
But the link becomes really apparent when Jess arrives for her treatment. She'll be given Shirodhara, where oil is poured directly onto the head. Asmita insists that this will be just the ticket for someone with anxiety and depression.
And then I'm going to do the Shirodhara to relax all your nervous system. We try to kind of balance your Vata.
Okay.
For the first time, I see a real connection between Ayurveda and Hinduism. Both say the well-being of the body is directly connected to the well-being of mind and soul. And this couldn't be clearer in Jess's reaction to the oil.
Give me a hug.
It was as though all of the stressful thoughts floated to the surface. But then as I let those go, the deeper thoughts were exposed.
I felt that she let her emotions out, which is very good because that's what, we are here to help people when they are quite stressed.
And just being with Asmita, she's very maternal and very warm. So that reminded me of just my mom.
The effect of physical treatment on Jess's state of mind was impressive. But it can also work the other way. A healthy state of mind can improve your body. In Western medicine, we might put our faith in popping a pill, but in Ayurveda, self-help is crucial. It takes a willingness to try new things, and like Hinduism, a devotion to self-improvement. For week 3, we've asked our patients to keep a video diary. Despite a hectic week at work, Jess continues to make progress.
I haven't had a headache in almost a week now. And I've worked 7 out of the last 8 days. But I kept my cool. And a few weeks ago, I would have A, cried, and B, run or wanted to run out the door.
Lee's now